Thanks very much for talking to us. Reveal, is Nick Clegg right?
Not really, no, because what we're dealing with is not just little problems, it's not pockets that have just sprung up. Where it is the crippling, debilitating, forced assimilation of people that can no longer be ignored, because it's no longer a problem to write about, discuss over dinner, or even speak about on radio. This is a serious problem that's running down the street with 50 other similar problems, smashing windows, taking as they please and laughing in your face about it. So it's slightly naive to suggest that it's just because where did these people come from? These people, they're part of society. They didn't just spring up overnight, and even the EDO tried to suggest that these are problems that foreigners bring with them. This is not the case. It's a case of something that's a culmination over generations, if not generations.
So but Reveal, what do you do then?
I wish I could tell you. I think this is the question we should be turning around and asking the politicians ourselves, because basically where's our tax money going? I mean, I'm not paid, I don't think, political strategies. I don't know what to do with people. Maybe it's a case of too little, too late. What actually can be done when people feel such an alienation, it's not even enough to say that they've been marginalised, because that's an understatement. This is people actually feel invisible. I mean, me personally, I'm Iranian, and I came to this country with a mother who's like a foreigner to this country, and growing up I found that I relate a lot to my British counterparts, that they're British and they're grown here, but even in their own country, it's like they're foreigners to their own system.
All right, Gaz, let me put this to you. Do you think that, you know, you've been blogging on the riots. I think I think you said you're in West London, so you may well have seen some of what has unfolded. Do you think they were politically motivated?
I don't believe the riots were politically motivated myself. I do think that what we're seeing here is youths on the street who are seeing a breakdown in law and order and a lack of police response, really, at the beginning, which they interpreted as an ability for them to actually go out and loot because there was no controls in place to stop them.
Do you think that the young people wanted to have a fight with the police, or they wanted to get free trainers? Maybe both.
I think it's just a case of free trainers. I mean, there is a culture at the moment, I think, of, you know, take what you can get and, you know, never mind the rest. But what we're seeing here is people are on the streets, they're seeing an opportunity, there's nobody there to stop them, they're going in, they're helping themselves, smashing buildings up, destroying property, taking what they can. And the focus of what we've seen has been looting. It has been petty pilfering, it has been, you know, raiding of Currys warehouses.
But why are people now doing this? You know, I mean, are you saying that people don't know the difference between right and wrong?
I'm saying that we're seeing a lack of boundaries. What we have here, I'm saying, is a lack of discipline, I would say. A lack of discipline in schools, a lack of respect for authority, a lack of respect for elder figures, a lack of respect for the law in general, I would say.
Reveal, what do you make of that?
And I would even extend it and say that this whole lack of responsibility is something that's shown to the young people. They have no role models, whether it be at home, whether it be at society in large. It's this capitalist take what you can culture exactly as how they described it. And no one's stupid enough to suggest that these children are actually politically motivated, because if this is the case, they'd be in Parliament Square with a list of demands. The very fact that people actually would hold this view is actually slightly naive and insulting. But what the actual situation is, that it doesn't need to be political in its formation. The very fact that it's manifested reflects the uncomfortable truth that it's a culmination of adverse circumstances which spans back an entire generation, if not more, which is the point I was making earlier.
OK, Reveal, Gaz Caulfield. Very good to have spoken to you. Thanks very much for being with us. 8:43.